Hey, how are ya? Noxis Flak here, and kind of a unique one for you. But I would like to announce that after a very long time of waiting, I actually accepted the delivery of a brand new car. And while most of you who follow me may not know this, I'm a bit of a car guy. I have a whole section on my channel about all the autocross events that I've gone to. Check out the playlist tab if you want to see. But don't look at my subscriber count while reviewing this, but thanks to YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. I have a day job. I had a big day this week. I rolled up the Tesla and if you've seen my previous autocross videos, you'll know that I have a 2017 WRX, bought it new in 2016. It was my daily driver, drove it winter, summer, and on the track. And so it's a pretty big change from a 6-speed manual to an electric car that does not have gears. But besides that, size of the car is pretty much the same. Cargo space is the same, except for I have a frunk now, which is funny. And then, of course, the whole gas versus electric is a pretty big difference. But here it is, right after I took it home. You'll notice in the front, mine is a 2023. It does not have the sensors. It just has the tow hook there on the right. And I guess people who did have the sensors complained about them being taken away, but since I never had them, I don't really know what I'm missing, if that makes sense at all. I have absolutely no complaints about daily driving or parking it, but again, maybe I'm missing something that other people used to have, but I don't know. Maybe I don't want to know. And then there's one more. But I'd say that it was definitely worth the wait. I'm going to talk about the wait going forward here, and at the time of recording I've had it for one week now, and it already feels like I jumped 50 years in technology just driving my car every day. And then the inside is still nutty. Like, if you look straight ahead from the steering wheel, there's nothing there. There's no dials, there's no rev counter, there's no gas. It's all on the screen to the right. You can see I have 61% battery when I took the photo. It is very different. And then, where are you gonna charge it? Says all the old people at my office who share the same garage as me. This is the photo of. I don't know how they missed this. Yeah, I just roll up to work and plug it in, and it's $1.85 to be charged per hour. So that's significantly cheaper than gas. But to move on with the actual delivery, like how long did it take from me ordering it to getting it, and what the whole process was like. But what was the delivery process like? Is that what you're wondering? Are you actually considering getting one? Well, let me show you. When I first ordered it, this was my estimated delivery date. Now let's go through all the changes that happened on the app as I checked it periodically. Went from September to December 2022 to October 6th to November 17th. Then it went to October 11th, November 15th. And then it went to September 24th, October 8th. And then it went to October 12th and November 9th. Somewhere between there, right? And then October 15th, October 29th. That seemed pretty close together. I thought I was close. And then it went to November 14th, December 12th. Was I heartbroken or what? And then I got a VIN, and it all went away delivery-wise because I needed to get insured and then do financing or confirm that I'm going to pay with cash. And then, after completing that, we scheduled for November 9th. So looking back at the original estimated delivery date, I'd say they did a pretty good job. I don't know why they kept changing it. They could have just kept it like this towards the end if you ask me. And then, because if there wasn't enough drama, they got it in a little earlier. And this was the actual date that I picked up my Model 3. But when did I order it? It says estimated delivery September, December. When did I order it? Well, I'll tell you after I show you what the app looks like after you take delivery. So this is what it looks like while you're waiting for it to come, and then it completely changes. It shows the name of the car that you picked, bonus points in the comments below. What game is that from? Shows percentage, what's it doing right now. It's locked. You can click on this for the climate. You can also click on controls for here, and shows where it is. I'm obviously hiding that from you. And you know, quick open trunk, etc. And then this is what it looks like when you're charging. Little interesting details here. I think it's interesting that they turn the car around, show you this, and I can actually just, you know, I could be miles away and just click stop charging even though it's still plugged in, which is nice. But when did I order it? Friday, June 17th. So from June 17th to November 5th, I've never had a car buying experience quite like that one. So what are my final thoughts on it after owning it for a week? First of all, it totally feels worth the wait. It's from like a cool factor. I like that I can just be in my bedroom, go on my phone, and then look at all 4 cameras. I can look at a 360 view around the car. I know other cars can do something similar to what I'm about to say, but I can preheat it. I can schedule every morning. It'll get to a temperature I want it to get to. If I know it's very cold the next morning, I can wake up only 5, maybe 7 minutes before I actually go outside and be like, hey, defrost, and there will be no frost on it. And then to the question that everyone has, it is cheaper than gas. I don't live in California or a state where energy prices are crazy. I live in the Midwest of the United States. It's extremely cheaper than gas. My other car required premium, so the difference isn't even close. I say but, if you leave Sentry mode on, so the car is constantly looking for people walking near it and then turning its lights on and starting to record, it's gonna drain. So it's not gonna drain like to the point where you parked it with 50% and then you come back after 12 hours and it'll be at 12%. I mean, like, you park it at 50%, 12 hours go by, and then it's like at 46. But if I just turn off Sentry mode, I park it at 50%, 12 hours go by, it'll be at 50% or 49. Maybe. My guess being that 50% I parked it at was almost 49 when I walked away from the car in that scenario. That's something to look out for. Another one is, if you, like my WRX, I can leave it in the parking lot for a full week and then drive it for fun because like I miss driving stick shift on the weekend for one trip. There's no worry about it having the same amount of gas in it, but if I were to leave the Tesla for a long period of time, not that I wouldn't, you know, leave my car for a month straight, but then it'd be like, man, I kind of want to plug it into like a regular outlet, not to like spend a ton on electricity, but to make sure it doesn't go down. So that's kind of my butt. The WRX took about $65 to fill the tank. The Tesla, it varies, but anywhere from $12 to $20 to fill the tank if I was at zero. And then the other thing is, you don't typically plug it in at zero. You're not rolling up with the gas light on. You typically are just like, I'm home, I'll plug it in now. I'm at work, I'll plug it in now. So you're kind of sitting between like 30 and 100 or 30 and 80 all the time. And then it's very fast. So the WRX is like quick, and I'm used to driving a pretty fast car, and the big difference is there is no shifting. So I'm in the WRX, you'll be like first gear, second gear, third gear, and that shifting time really does slow you down, even though it's fun. There is no gears. It's just as hard as you put down the pedal is how many revs you have, is a good way of thinking about it. So
if I want to go from 10 to 70 on an on-ramp to scare an old person who's riding in the car while they say, but I thought electric cars were slow, it will scare them. So from that point of view, it is fun. And I mean, like, some people who have driven muscle cars with big V8s and they've floored it and they can see the gas needle go down. I don't really see the percentage go down when I floor it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to use too much from driving, or not more than I expected from driving. The only unexpected is when you let it sit for 12 hours in Sentry mode. Then it seems to drain battery way more than I expected. But driving, it seems very efficient. And then, so here's my plan. I'm new to the electric car scene, so while I really do like Teslas, I like what they look like, I like riding in them, I think they're cool, I am going to keep the WRX for one more year. So you'll be seeing autocross videos for next year on the channel. I'll do one more season of autocross in the WRX, and at the end of a 1 year period, I'm going to be like, hey, like, do I need a gas car? A lot of people say you can't actually only have an electric car, you have to also have a gas car. So after 1 year, I'll make that determination. But if at the end of the year I genuinely don't need it and it was just a fun car, I think we're going to go 100% electric, and I will let the channel know. So that'll be about November of next year. Alright, this has been Noxis Flak. I know it's a little different from my usual videos, but I do have a car side as well as video game side. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the gray color on the Model 3? What do you think of the Model 3? And do you have any questions about the brand new 2023 Model 3 that I just got? I'd be happy to answer them for you. And yes, I already said there's no sensors, and no, it doesn't really bother me. But if you have any other questions, please do let me know. This has been Noxis Flak, and I will see you in the next one.